D about to tear the roof off.
MP.
And there has, Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
Now here's Van Vliet. Passes it to Anunoby. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Van Vliet. From deep three-point range. And it's MP with the rebound.
You know, MP's love of music and everything he's done in that industry has had a huge impact on his public image.
And that image might have even changed a few minds about it. In the NBA, your off-court actions, Greg, are sometimes just as important to the fans as what you do on the floor. Now Van Vliet, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Fires from 18, and that one drops for him.
And even back in high school, Tatum had the knockdown mid-range jumper. We don't see that as much from him now, but he's still got that in his bag.
Now here's Van Vliet. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Yep, it counts. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Not a close contest either the last time they got together. Everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
MP, no good. Porter against Tatum. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Lets it go. They get it back.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
MP outside. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Here's Van Vliet after the made shot from MP. And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Anunoby has the open look and falls. Great assist by VanVleet.
And as OG develops the rest of his skill set, this is one thing he can rely upon, that three-point shot.
MP passes to Williams. A three from MP. Another miss by MP.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Smart against VanVleet. Back to Porter. There's the three. Rebound Boston.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Outside, Smart. On the wing, Brown. And he's good on the three ball.
And this is what the team wants JB to do.
For the Celtics. Raptors trail by 7. On the floor for Boston. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. MP is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Smart in at the 1 spot. Now, here's Trent. Porter with the screen for Trent. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Gary Trent Jr. At the line for 2.
Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
Jay, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Warriors was terrific. He grabbed 24 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
It's good from long range.
A leap from deep. Tatum joined the league as a fantastic three-point shooter. Didn't have to add that to his game.
Now, here's Trent. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And here's VanVleet from the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out.
Again, anything can be a foul. All right.
His first personal foul. At the line for the Celtics.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give them.
Now, here is Young. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game. You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And a deep roster for the Raptors. But, Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good on the triple.
For 3.
Tatum's got a couple of threes.
It'll be a Raptors.
Enjoy it while you got it.
And that is all the way to God right now.
Raptors trail by 16. Young, a screen on Smart. Here's Van Vliet. Here's Pirtle. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
Brown outside. MP sets the screen for Brown. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
From deep, Trent hits it from three-point range. Trent's got 4 points in the quarter.
Loves shooting it from deep. Gary Trent Jr. with solid three-point numbers.
MP looking around. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is foul of the game. Gallinari, he's checked in for Boston.
Substitution on the court.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Williams kicks to MP. Out to Gallinari. Nice ball movement by Boston. MP against Young. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. And he makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Young outside. And the foul called on MP. That's it.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Griffin passes to MP. .56 seconds left to play here in the half. Basket good. MP's got his third basket of the night. Raptors trail by 15. Here's Banton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the dunk by Boucher.
This is how powerful Boucher can be, showing no mercy to the rim.
Gallinari outside. On the wing, MP. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Banton. 9 points last game out. Young drives in. In the corner, it's Boucher. Off target with his 3. Anunoby against MP. Outside, Smart. Beyond the arc. A shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Boston Celtics finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them.
They're scoring the ball with ease. The defense has done nothing to slow them down. This is what you look like when someone tried to use a small ball.
And let's move to some recent news. Multiple trades are shaking up the league.
Their defense has got a lot.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, Is that how you'd play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes, sometimes you have to switch, but I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks, and timely they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it, sometimes they'll hedge the pick and roll, and sometimes they'll just go under.
Young is out there at Porter. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Anunoby in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Porter finds VanVleet. Lets the 3 fly.
Incredible defender. Smart can provide help as well as stick you one-on-one.
And he banks in the layup. Smart's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Boston.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Anunoby kicks to Porter. 6 to shoot. VanVleet looking around. No good from outside.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
MP's shot is good.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many.
From homegrown talent.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua, he's checked in for Young. And Trent subbed in for Otto Porter Jr. Pirtle, the pass to VanVleet. Lets it go with the 3. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pirtle finds VanVleet. And that one drops.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
MP outside. Back to Brown. Inside. And MP with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
VanVleet outside. And the rejection by MP. Here's Tatum. Here's MP. That shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Trent. Good D by Williams.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And he could not get that one to go. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Williams. Alinari comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Smart. Trent can't hit. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says,
Up on them.
Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Trent. And then for Boston, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Clint Capella. MP comes in for Williams. And it's Tatum in for Jaylen Brown. VanVleet against Smart. Now here is Pirtle. Defense is right there. Pirtle with a screen on MP. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by MP. on the court right now for the Celtics. Griffin out there with MP. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Tatum, and it's Smart in at the point. Pirtle with the steal. And stolen by MP. And the dunk by MP.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Van Vliet against Smart. And there's the pass to Pirtle. Fades away. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Smart. No good on the 3. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Banton. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's get an update on OG Anunoby. What's the status, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Raptors' head athletic trainer. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
The Raptors shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Sinks the triple. Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Yuck. Here's Pritchard. MP outside. 35 seconds left in the game. Bucket is good.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Trent finds Boucher. Trying to find Anunoby. Gets it to him. Count it. Good.
On the heel.
Never seen worse basketball in my life.
At the line for your Raptors.
Or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
That's good from Anunoby.
When you talk about OG Anunoby, here's a guy who gets better every season, works hard on his game.
MP against Young. In the corner, Smart with it. Passes it to Pritchard. Back to MP. Gets it to fall.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think,
Hello. Who's got questions for me? Candace, hit us with a question.
Well, this is a major accomplishment. What does it mean for you to win Player of the Month in your rookie season?
It's humbling. You know, obviously I expected to succeed. Okay, that's it? All right. Thanks, guys.